Dzień dobry. I am Pawel, a former soldier of the Cichociemni, known as the Silent Unseen. We were the Polish section of the Special Operations Executive, or SOE, who were based here at Audley End House during the Second World War. I've come to England to visit an old friend and decided to call in Audley End House to see how it has changed since I was stationed here in 1943. During our time here, we were trained in many covert operations, including sabotage and intelligence gathering. We were then parachuted back into Poland to fight the Nazi invaders. Now, I understand you have some questions for me. Please excuse me, as many things are still classified, but I will answer what I can. But first, I must ask you to salute. Very good. Now, who will be asking the first question?
Hello, I'm Theo and I'm 10 years old.
Very pleasant to meet you.
Why did you come to England and not stay in Poland during the war?
That is a good question. Well, both Nazis and Soviets invaded my home country in 1939, dividing it up between them. Some of my countrymen were captured and put into labor camps, while others formed a resistance movement called Armia Krajowa, or Home Army in English. I did not want to remain in Poland, so as much as it pained me, I had to leave. I traveled through Europe, trying to escape the Nazi invaders. I went through Hungary, Romania, and then France. And when France fell to the Nazis, I was evacuated to England from Dunkirk. I came here to be free, but also to help liberate my homeland.
Thank you.
Of course. Now, I'm eager to continue exploring as I do not have much time before I must leave. If you would like to ask another question, I will meet you by the river camp. It is really beautiful out here. So, what would you like to know?
Hi, my name is Prema and I'm 10 years old.
How may I be of help?
What does your training involve?
Oh, many things. During the Second World War, Audley End House was renamed Station 43, and the training here was very tough. For example, we had to cross this river by rope crossing. Over 2,600 Polish soldiers applied to be part of this course, but only 606 were successful, which tells you how difficult it was. And to be even considered as a trainee, we first had to complete a fitness course in Scotland and parachute training in Manchester. Then for 4 to 6 weeks, we were trained as agents here. We were briefed on the constantly changing situation in Poland and trained in fieldcraft, sabotage, and many other things. This included being instructed on operating wireless communication and how to take microphotography. We were also given extensive training on close combat and how to shoot in the dark, which I wouldn't recommend.
Thank you for your time. Bye.
You're very welcome. I must proceed indoors, so I shall see you there.
Hello, my name is Lux and I am 9 years old.
Cześć. That's hello in Polish.
What did you do when you weren't training?
To keep our activity at Station 43 top secret, we were only allowed to leave the base for mock raids and training sessions. So all our leisure activities had to be contained here. We used this room, known as the dining parlor, as a recreation room to play billiards. And in the housekeeper's room, we would relax, play cards, listen to the radio, or read. However, what we enjoyed the most was playing sports in the spectacular grounds here at Audley End House. This included volleyball, tennis, and football, of course. We also took part in a sports day, which was very amusing. There were many running races, as well as a sack race, an egg and spoon race, and even a wheelbarrow race. My personal favorite, I would say, was the slow bicycle race, in which we had to remain balanced while cycling as slowly as possible. It was very enjoyable.
Thank you, bye.
Not a problem. Now, time is pushing on and I must leave very soon. I will see you in the housekeeper's room. So, who would like to ask the final question?
Hello, I'm Freddy, and I'm 12 years old.
And good day to you.
Who are you trained by?
Well, we were trained by both Polish and British instructors. There were also plenty of British soldiers guarding the base and carrying out administrative duties. One of our instructors was Captain Antoni Pospieszalski, codenamed Luke, who was responsible for radio communication and German language training. And then there was Captain Alfons Maczkowiak, codenamed Alma, who ensured that all of the Cichociemni were physically top fit for the dangerous missions in occupied Poland. Well, in particular, my old friend Captain Alfons Maczkowiak, who we call Alan Mac, was a hard taskmaster. He was incredibly well respected by everyone, having served as a soldier since the beginning of the war. He was captured and escaped multiple times, and even after Station 43 was closed, he returned to being a paratrooper. I believe he is now working as a PE teacher somewhere in England. Well, I suspect those children will have the hardest lessons of their lives.
Thank you.
Of course, and thank you for your time. Well, I must leave you now as I'm meeting my friend in Saffron Walden. So from me it is goodbye, or as we say in Poland, do widzenia.